some controversy. Last week, 11 Republican congressional members urged Paramount and CBS not to air the ads, saying Temu hasn't been compliant with U.S. laws, including forced labor. Temu responded, saying the practices surrounding their use of forced labor is no different than other major e-commerce players, and the allegations are completely ungrounded. With us now is one of those GOP members, Representative Carol Miller. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning.
Good morning. So did you ever get a response back from the CEOs of CBS and Paramount when you called on them not to air those ads?
I personally did not.
Have you heard any? Has the committee heard anything since this was clearly a joint effort?
Well, I haven't heard from the committee. This is Monday morning, but you know, the letter that I sent to them urging them against airing them. Why in the world would they want to promote a company that the CCP is basically linked to when they are selling things online, sort of like Amazon, using forced labor? This is America's game. The Super Bowl is America's game. There were millions and millions of people watching this. And so the fact that they spent, so I've been told, $15 million to run these ads. And, you know, at first I thought it looked like it belonged on a children's show because it was, you know, very catchy. But then when you realize that that little catchy tune is in your head, it's really subliminal. If I'm going to have a catchy tune in my head from the United States during our Super Bowl, I would rather it be Lee Greenwood with God Bless the USA, not a little ad about Temu selling things for $1.19 or whatever. But it
is cheap.
Yeah, it's very, very cheap. But I wasn't aware of it until, you know, I'll rephrase that. I was aware of it, but it wasn't until I started talking about it. All of a sudden, those ads, they're showing up on my phone. You know, it's kind of crazy what happens.
But it's not up to CBS and Paramount to regulate that. I mean, Temu is already, we're showing the stats, 51 million monthly active users. It's the #1 most downloaded app in this country. It is here in the U.S. It is growing very rapidly. I mean, it's on Congress if you guys want to regulate it or restrict it in some way in doing business in this country, isn't it?
Well, we have laws on what should and shouldn't happen, and that they should be compliant with those laws. Even the USTR has released findings of notorious markets and companies that are all kind of interrelated and part of the CP. CBS does have the right to sell ads. I mean, this is America, but we are so full of social messaging now. You would think that they would be cognizant of the fact in our economy, this is our largest competitor. And the American people who work hard and they want a good wage, they're turning around and selling to them things that are done through forced labor. I just find it unacceptable. And of course, the Chinese Communist Party is just kind of laughing at us and thumbing their nose at our laws. So I do think that we need to continue to send the message. And so I just found it rather offensive that they would be advertising in our game.
How much traction did you get from your colleagues on this idea?
Well, I did it rather quickly, and immediately there were 8 or 9 people that said, man, I went on that letter, because things are always time sensitive. And so we just sent the letter and boom, just the colleagues that saw that was going through, they went absolutely. And I'm sure if you polled a lot of them, they would say we 100% agree with what you said.
Your committee has been investigating, right, Temu and Shein into the manufacturing practices, because you're making allegations here of forced labor and that sort of thing. What evidence have you found?
Well, the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party has uncovered many reports of them being non-compliant with our laws. So that tells you right there. And Temu doesn't appear to have any type of system that does ensure compliance to those laws, which means that the illegal products are entering the United States market every single day. And by letting these commercials air, we are just influencing Americans to say bad actors are okay. Temu should be accountable for their violation of our laws.
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned at the top of the segment, the spokesperson for Temu said that their forced labor practices are no different than other e-commerce players like Amazon, eBay, and Etsy, and allegations are completely ungrounded. What steps can you take, given you clearly disagree? What steps can Congress take to make sure that Americans aren't buying that if this is true?
Well, in the first place, I would say baloney to what they said, because it's just not true. We have laws. We need to have a strong administration that sends the same message that, you all need to not do what you're doing or just flat out not allow it to happen. So I'm sure that there will be comments. There may be some bills that start going through Congress just from this issue, because we are often very reactionary to things that show up in the news. Then you'll see a plethora of bills coming through.
Well, I'm curious how broad this investigation goes. I know Shein, which has filed to go public here in this country, just has manufacturing in China, doesn't necessarily have the same China ties as Temu does, but they provide pretty regular updates on audits on their manufacturing. I've talked to Donald Tang about it. They don't see it coming from China necessarily when the cotton from the Uyghur region shows up. It's more from the international supply chain. So curious how broadly this goes and what else you're seeing.
Well, and also products go from China to other countries and then have a different label on them. So, I mean, they're outsmarting us at every turn. And we need to be a little bit stronger in how we respond to them. But they're thumbing their nose at us.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on and raising some awareness to this issue. We'll see what else we get from Temu. Congresswoman Carol Miller. Appreciate it.